All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And what we're gonna get into today, all right, is the great gathering, all right, the great gathering of the elect, of Israel. And it was always prophesied in the scriptures, that there was gonna be a great gathering, all right, towards the end of Esau's kingdom, you know. And right now we're in the midst of that great gathering, and that gathering begins with this word. There's gonna be a spiritual gathering, through this word going out, and the elect will be drawn to this word, and then the elect will be sealed, all right, for the salvation of the physical gathering, all right, when Yahweh Shai comes back with the angels. Now, when you go to Genesis, all right, concerning the prophecy of Judah, all right, the Lord let us know, all right, that they're gathering. All right, when you go to Genesis on 49, you're gonna start at 11. You know, all right, Genesis 49 and 11. Well, I started at 10. All right, this is Genesis 49 and 10. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, and that scepter, is going to rulership. All right, because through Judah, Yahweh Bashim Shah made a covenant with David that he will always have a son to sit on the throne, and that's fulfilled, all right, through Yahweh Shah, who comes from their lineage. You see? So their king, their covenant of kings is not going to depart from Judah. They will always be the top tribe. They will always be, the tribe that they will produce kings that the whole nation will have to answer to, you know. And in the kingdom is going to be Yahweh Shai and King David. All right, two Judites. They're going to be the top two kings. All right, in the kingdom. Yahweh Shai being one and David being two. So that authority, that scepter, which represents authority and dominion, all right, is never going to depart from Judah. And it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. And that word Shiloh, all right, and it's representing Yahweh Shai, all right, which goes into what? Shawallah, which is tranquility, you know, and we're being gathered by this word, and this word gives us what? Tranquility, because this gives us peace, man. You know, this word gives us peace, man. Believing in this word, it's a peace of mind to understand the gospel, man. In the times of chaos, that's why scripture say wisdom and knowledge gonna be the stability of our time, because we're gonna have peace within us while these people are bugging out, and it comes from Yahweh Shai. All right, this gospel alone is peace. Even when you go into the book of Psalms, and we're being gathered by this peace, man. You know. Now when you go to Psalms 73, now I'm gonna read the first couple of verses and I'm skip down to the point just to prove that this word is giving us peace, man. And this is how we're being gathered, man. Like, this is a peaceful gathering, man. You know, everyone on here want to see the best for each other, sincerely. You know, no one's within this gathering. Now you have people, that come in unawares, and a few bug outs might pop up. But the sincere brothers and sisters that we see, just take this little small gathering now. All right, this is a gathering of peace. We gonna leave here with a peace of mind, after this live screen, and it's why, because we're gathering. All right, we're being gathered by Yahweh Shai. You know, no one's here, to bring somebody down, bring personal life. Got some dirt. I got some dirt on this, brother. Some dirt on this. So, no, man, this is a peaceful gathering, man. In the times of chaos, all right, we bring the word out, which tell us we gonna be good, man. And there's no other gathering of peace like this, man. Everything else is in an uproar. Christianity, uproar. All right, Egyptology, uproar. Pan Africanism, all these things are in uproars, man. This is the only true peace. Now, when you go into Psalm 73:1, it says, "Truly, the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain, violence covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish." You see, and this is speaking of who? The wicked Esau Edom. So Asaph, he's like, he's vexed with the prosperity of the wicked. You see, he's vexed with their prosperity. And it's like, damn, he just vexed. He said he was almost through. His feet had slipped. But what changed his spirit? That jumped down, all right, to 16. It says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Verse 17, this is the point. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. See, he understood their end. That's what brought him peace. Because at the beginning of the chapter, he was pretty much vexed at the prosperity of the wicked. But when he understood the scriptures, because you come into the sanctuary, this is the understanding of the scriptures, man. All right? That understanding, this covering, So when he understood the scriptures, all right, then his spirit started to be at ease, man. And that's the spirit of Yahushua, And it says, "Surely thou setst them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction." You see, thou castest them down into destruction. This talking about Esau. See, we looking at what's going on in earth, and we know this man is on the way out of here. Everything that we see happening, all right, this man is on the way out. And the Most High, he has this man set up, all right, to fall, man. The same reason he raised up Pharaoh, the same reason he raised up Esau, man, which is the modern day Pharaoh, this spiritual Egypt, and that's where our comfort comes from. It says, "How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awaketh. So, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image." You see? So now we fully understand, all right, that this man is done. All right? And that alone, knowing that this man is finna be taken out of power, that gives us peace in our spirit, man. And this is what we're all being gathered by. We all coming to the energy of Yahushua, man, because this is what the believers flock to is Yahushua. He say his sheep hear his voice. All right, and let's get that in Matthew. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden," and this is Yahushua speaking, "and I will give you rest." You see, now our spirits are at rest because we know the end game. Now our spirits are at rest. You see, because before this, hey, you all over the place. Because Esau Edom, he pretty much got everybody like in a chaotic, energy, man. You see the way people move, and that's why it's easy for them, all right, to go take the potion, man. To listen to the instructions of the devil. That's why that's even an option because they're chaotic. They don't have no rest. Jake just trying to get back going what he see around him. They trying to bring this back to life, you know. But we rest in knowing that there's something much greater after this, man. You know. And it says, verse 29 said, "Take my yoke upon you, learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest for your souls," man. And that's what we found. It said, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Yeah, because it's Yahweh Shai that's doing the heavy lifting. Like he tasked us, the men, all right, the prophets, Lord will with those men. He tasked us with teaching. You see, learn the scriptures, all right, hit the record button and teach. That's not a real heavy yoke. You see, he's the one that's gathering the nations, over there in the Middle East. He's the one that's putting thoughts in Esau's mind to try to reset, his empire. Has this man collapsing his own empire, you know? Yeah, how about Shemal Shai? He's doing all the heavy lifting. He just tasked us with teaching, man, and being obedient, rehearsing the righteous acts. You see? That's what we're tasked with, and that's a light burden. But see, this society, just like, especially now, this society puts so much pressure on you, especially as an Israelite man, but Israelites in general, this society put so much pressure on you. You got to make this much money. You need to travel here if you haven't been here before. You need this type of car. You need this. You got to have it. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. But see, wisdom makes us carefree. The scriptures say how wisdom makes us free from care, and we content with, hey, with our daily bread, man. And anything extra is a blessing. Every believer has their own portion in the spirit. But see, now, hey, we don't wake up every day, with a get rich scheme. That's pressure on you, man. When you feel like you got to have this much of money, and all this old shit, that's pressure on you, man. But see, Yahweh Shai lift that burden, and now we give our energy to this, and we know there's a big payoff on the back end. You see, we finna come into rulership, so you don't worry about this slave package trying to enhance your slave package so much. There's nothing wrong with making moves and increasing yourself, but see, we don't have that big burden on us where it's wearing us down. Every day, every second. You thinking of some type of scheme, and you trying to keep up, with everybody on Facebook. You trying to get your timeline, like the next person timeline. The hell with that, man. It don't matter no more. Why? Because Yahweh Shai lift that burden off us, man. He just tasked us to do this, man. And even you sisters, man, you don't have to try to keep up with all these women's and trending, go get all this surgery and, they call it the BBL, the Brazilian butt lift and all that old crazy shit. You got to have every Michael Kors bag to come out and this and that. Well, there's nothing wrong if you buy designer things, man. Whatever, within your budget, that's on you. But see, that pressure you got to do that ain't there anymore. It shouldn't be there anymore. Trying to keep up, with the Kardashians and all that. No, that pressure is gone. We finna come to something way greater than that, man. All right, the richest woman with the most clout in earth, not even gonna compare to the least sister in the kingdom, man. All right, the richest elites with the most clout and influence in the earth, not gonna compare to an average citizen of Israel in the kingdom, man. You see, so we got something much better than this, and that's all right. What has us peace, man, and that's what we're gathered by this word, all right, because it gives us that peace, man. Well, how should I say me get that? This is this St. John 14:27. It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." You see? So we have a peace that's given to us from within. It's a peace that Yahweh Shai gave us within, man. Like I say, me personally, I love what I'm becoming, man. You see? You fall in love with that, man. The process that we gotta go through to get it, Hey, we deal with it, man, but we loving what we becoming, man. We're being groomed, all right, to be in rulership, man. All right, you sisters are being groomed, you know, to be wives, all right, of the men that's finna be in rulership, man. You see that? So that's a piece that this world, all right, can't give us, man, and they can't take it neither. All right, if we truly believe they can't take that, man, even if death is on the line, we're gonna take the death, man. You know, because Yahweh shot, all right, he has the power to resurrect. You know, so Esau don't have the last say so. You see that? Esau don't have the last say so, even in death, man. Yahweh Shai, all right, has that authority, man. You know, so reading on because let's get that in Baruch, you know, because we've been gathered by this word, man, and then it's gonna be a physical, all right, deliverance, man, and the Lord gonna come get His people. You see, when you go to I want to say Baruch. Might be the fifth chapter. I believe it's gonna be Baruch chapter 5. I started at 1 and read down. This Baruch 5 and 1. It said, Put out Jerusalem the garment of thy mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever. Yeah. And see, we was in this last captivity, man. You know, it brought a lot of mourning and affliction, you know? And that really affected who we were, how we turned out, man. You know, we products of harsh captivity. You see, that was full of mourning and affliction. You know, but see, now that mourning and affliction, we learning who we are, and we're clothing ourselves, all right, with the beauty, you know, of the scriptures, man, which is the righteousness of the scriptures. When we apply obedience, all right, that's us being clothed, you know, with those beautiful garments. You see, and we're putting on those beautiful garments, man. You know, hey, this is a this is all white affair, man. You know, hey, the saints being decked out in their white. You see, and it said and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever, and ultimately that's gonna be those new bodies, you know, which are gonna be, you know, perfect. You see, we're gonna shed these old bodies and put on new bodies, man. But it starts with our mind being transformed first. All right. Then He's gonna transform our bodies, man. You see, but it starts with our mind. You know, that's why we're gathered spiritually first, and then, all right, we're gonna be gathered physically. You know, but first we had to upgrade our way of thinking, and then when Yahweh Shah comes, He's gonna upgrade these bodies, man. You see, going from glory to glory. And it says, Cast about thee a double garment of righteousness, which cometh from the Most High. Set a diadem on thy head of the glory of the everlasting, for the Most High will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. Yeah, we're going to be, you know, exalted, you know, in front of these heathens. Like, they going to see it, you know. They going to see us change as a twinkling of an eye, going into those chariots. And then they're gonna see New Jerusalem, the elect coming out them chariots, man. You see? They gonna see that shine. The Most High gonna show us off, man, in the earth, man. You know? Yeah, how about Shemal Shai gonna show us off in the earth? You know? I say they gonna see that glory of that salvation, and then they're gonna see that glory of what's coming down, man. All right? And it start right here with these gatherings right here, these spiritual gatherings. Gonna lead to all that glory, man. That's why, hey, this is a thing of fighting now. It's time to go all out, man. If you a brother, you got this knowledge, you know, the Lord put the spirit on you to teach, man. It's time to go all out, man. You know, this is it. Everything else is in the background, man. We should be single-eyed on this, man. This gathering gonna turn to that great glory, man. You know, and you gotta believe it. Now, when you read on, it says, "For thy name shall be called." It said, "For thy name shall be called of the Most High forever, the peace of righteousness and the glory of the Most High's worship. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word." All right, Shiloh, Yahweh Shai. All right, by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High, man. You know, gathered by this word, man, because we all here because the word, man. Every video we click on, you know, of the brothers is because those brothers coming with this word, man. You see, that's why we're being gathered. You take the word out the equation, all right. Who will be here? You know, it'll just be another platform, you know, of someone with their opinions, man. You know, but see, you add this word, now the elect starting to gravitate to it, man. You see, so going from there. Yep. So going from there, I want to go into, because this lesson was inspired by what I was reading in Zechariah the 8th chapter. You know, let me get that. We kind of read down on that Zechariah the 8th chapter. All right, so when you go to the book of Zechariah chapter 8, verse 1. Now, the title of this chapter says, "The coming peace and prosperity of Zion." You see that coming peace, man. You see? The Yahweh Shai, he's that volume of the book, man. You know? This Zechariah 8 and 1. He says, "Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts came unto me, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury." See, now, you know, it was a point when we was cast away, you know, for our disobedience, and the Lord was angry. And that's why these nations was able to have their way. But then what happened, he put the spirit, you know, starting with Eli Bivens of Yahweh Shai, all right, that breath of life started entering into his people. And we started being what? Gathered by this word, started repenting. And now we crying out. And now, all right, the Lord is becoming furious, all right, about how we're being treated. You know? Yeah, how about Shema Shai becoming furious on how we're being treated, man, in this captivity. You see? Like he said, like in ancient Egypt, you know, this is what Yahweh Shema Shai is it with. He said he was jealous with a fury, you know, which means he's getting pissed at the treatment of his elect, man. Those that's fighting for righteousness, man. You know? This is Exodus 6 and 5. It says, "And I have also heard the groanings of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I'm the Lord, your Yahweh by Shema Shai, and I will bring you out from under the burdens." You see that? Of the Egyptian. What Yahweh Shai say? "Come to me, all that are laden and heavy burden." You see that? And it says, "And I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians." And it began with a mindset. All right? That burden of their mindset. Not thinking that we black, you know, niggas. Because you had the enchantment was so hard on our people, you know, that you had, you know, people that stayed in areas that wasn't even bad. You know, you had Jake that was brought up, you know, two-parent household, or Jake was just brought up kind of decent, you know, with trying to be thugs, man. You see why? Because the pressure of this society said this is the way to success. This is the way to be accepted. All right? you had women come from good households, you know, that pretty much was started out trying to, imitate what the world said you should be, man. And that was a burden. But see, now those burdens are off of us, man. You know, that spiritual burden has been lifted, but now we just wait on the physical burden, man. Well, we don't have to, all right, clock into these jobs, man. You know, be subject to payments, man. Have to deal with these slave notes to FRN. See, we coming in a time where that physical burden gonna be lifted, man. You see, and it says, wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you of their bondage, and I will redeem you with their stretched out arm and with great judgments. And that's Yahweh Shai, that stretched out arm, and those great judgments, the plagues, all right, which is going to lead to the missiles, which is going to lead to Yahweh Shai and the chariots, man. All right, those are going to be those great judgments, man. You know, he did it on ancient Egypt, all right, and he's gonna do it again on spiritual Egypt, America, except it's gonna be with much force, man. All right, and it says, reading Zechariah 8:2, it said, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, I was jealousy for her with great fury. Thus said the Lord, I am returned unto Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. See, now we got our power back, man. And that's what has Esau fearing more than anything, man. All right, is that there's a remnant of Israelites that have returned to our power, and our power has returned unto us, man. And it tell you in Zechariah the first chapter. Let's get that real quick. You see, that's why repentance, is at the forefront of the ministry, man. Yahweh Shah was always saying, repent and believe ye the gospel. The kingdom is at hand. He was always saying that, repent, for the kingdom is at hand. You know, this is Zechariah 1 and 3. It says, therefore say thou unto them, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, turn ye unto me, said the Lord of hosts, and I will turn unto you, said the Lord of hosts. And that's what has happened, man. The Lord's in the midst of his people now, and these devils can feel it, man. You know, he knows there's an energy here, man, that he can't deal with. All right, and that's the spirit of Yahweh, man, that's dwelling in the midst, all right, of their remnant. You know, wherever we might be, you know. And it says, verse 4, thus said the Lord of hosts. Well, I'm gonna jump to the point. Yep, this is Zechariah 8:7. All right, this is Zechariah 8:7. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country, all throughout the earth, man. You know, you go east, because if you go east and west, eventually you're gonna meet up again. So if a plane, flew east, all right, and then had another plane flew west, well, eventually they'll meet up again. They'll encompass the earth, all right. So it's gonna be a global, deliverance. And it said, verse 8, and it says, I will bring them, and they shall dwell. It says, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power in truth and in righteousness, man. And that's the promise that he made to Abraham. All right, that he will be our power, all right, and we will be his people. He's remembering that covenant, so he's gathering his people to make good on the promise, man. All right, and it says, thus said the Lord of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days the words by the mouth of the prophets, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of the Lord of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. Now, you had the physical second temple being built during this time of Zechariah, all right? But what do you have now? That spiritual temple, and the foundation was laid going back to our apostles, the elders, their elders. They was laying the foundation of the temple, and we all heard the words of the prophets, man. You see, they brought us into this, So the scripture, like, look, it's time to be strong, man. Hey, we gotta be strong in what we believe, man. When it's time to make decisions according to faith, man, make the decision, man. Be strong with it, man. Be unmovable. You hearing these words and you can understand the Lord is commanding us to be strong, man. Read it again. All right, this ain't time to be feeble. All right, you're gonna have some, brothers, some believers gonna have more faith than others, man. But we should all be to a point where we strong in what we believe, man. You know, this is Zechariah 8 and 9. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days the words by the mouth of the prophet, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of the Lord of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. You see? So what temple is being built, man, is a spiritual temple. Let's get there real quick. Just to prove that point, you know? This First Peter 2. All right, this First Peter 2 and 5, it says, ye also as lively stones, you see that? Are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. You see? To offer up spiritual sacrifices, man, because the temple was where you have the altar, all right, you have the Holy of Holies, and the priesthood would do their office, man, the high priest, and the rest of the priests will have their duties. Well, now it's a spiritual temple, and the priesthood is opened up, to all tribes, man, and the elect men, all right, are serving the office of priesthood, man. Whenever you set up, all right, a screen, or you do a lesson, or you set up a camp, we're setting up altars, man. And everyone that comes is putting their sacrifice on the altar, and it's acceptable by Yahweh Shai. He's accepting those sacrifices, man. He's that mediator, all right, in the heavens. You see? Just going back into Zechariah, all right, chapter 8, which is a pretty heavy chapter. And it says, I'm going to jump to 11. Zechariah 8 and 11 said, but now I will not be unto the residue, which is the remnant, the elect of this people, as in the former days, said the Lord of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous, and the vine shall give her fruit. Yeah, the seed, all right, which is the men, they have the seed, and the vine is the women, all right, going to be fruitful, man. You see? Going to what, man? After this gathering, guess what? It's going to be time to nation build, man. You see? And that's the time we coming into, and it says, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give her dew. The earth gonna be back in its fullness. It's gonna yield its strength. All right. You're gonna be able to, eat fruit and sustain yourself, man. Get all the nutrients, you need, and everything finna be back serving its purpose in the earth, man. Everything finna go back to serving its purpose, man, because everything is defiled and out of order and chaotic right now. All right. It says, and I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things, and it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and you shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong, man. So just as we was a curse, all right, these curses was on us, man. We been held in derision, mockery. Like that video the other day where that gets them Edomite, was pretty much terrorizing, that the little Jew-like chicken, kids, children. You see, that's not gonna be anymore. All right, and that nigga that doing that, all right, after he gets his ass burnt up in America, if he make it that far, all right, he coming back into captivity, man. And see, we gonna be a blessing to the earth, cause putting Esau in captivity, all right, that's gonna be a great blessing to the earth, man. And he's putting these other heathens in captivity and getting their mind right, all right, that's gonna be a blessing to the earth. You see? Cause right now this ain't it. The earth is way out of order, way out of course, man. It's in a state of death. All right. It said verse 14, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah hosts, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, said the Lord of hosts, and I repented not. So again, I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Jerusalem. All right. Fear ye not. All right. So the Lord is finna do good unto us in these times, man. He got good plans for us, man. Now 2/3 They finna catch hell, man. That's why it's the wrong time to be proud, you know, to be double-minded, man. It's time to be fully locked in because the Lord gonna do good to us, man. You know, that's a promise. He gonna come through in his promise, you know? So we in a time of a great gathering, man. And we constantly gathering all the time, man. Like I say, we around each other more and more, as we get closer to that time, man, because the Lord, hey, he's closing up that spiritual arc, man. Hey, he's gathering all his elect into this spiritual arc, you know? And then once he closes it off, man, then he gonna bring the pain, man. You know? So you brothers and you few sisters, man, just keep being gathered by this word, man. It's gonna lead to a physical gathering, and the Lord is gonna do above and beyond all we can think, man, in goodness for his people, man. Yep, all in the spirit, man. You know? So Lord will you brothers, all right, and you few sisters were edified. Once again, I'm gonna give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessed salutations to the hopeful elect. Till the next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abba, DTA soon.